Good morning. It's kind of creepy. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Sam with Vertical Expressions. Welcome back to another episode of Not Another Christian Podcast, episode 6. And we're going to jump right into it. So, I hadn't used the intro in a while. I felt like it was getting lonely, so I threw it in there. Today we're going to be talking about a question that's been asked a lot recently. It's been over the news, may apply to some. Maybe you don't care. Maybe it doesn't affect you. Maybe you don't see what all the fuss is about. Today we're asking ourselves, should you honor the anthem? Should we honor the national anthem? And for some context, just to kind of get our feet wet, the national anthem, for as long as I can remember, has been played in, I think about the Super Bowl. I think about the World Series, basketball games, sports. You see the national anthem being played. Even in the Olympics, you have the national anthem is played for the country that has won. And it's a sign of respect, paying homage and honor to your country. For quite some time now, and for me, it personally goes back to Colin Kaepernick taking a knee during the national anthem. We've had a lot of moments where individuals feel like, I don't feel like honoring this country because I don't believe the way this country is being run, the things that are being allowed to happen. I don't think that's worth honoring. And I think for many people, many folks can relate to that, especially African Americans, with everything that's gone on with police brutality, with inequality, with lack of privilege, and even a general lack of humanity. I can see why many folk would feel like I am not going to honor a country that doesn't honor me. I respect that 100%. I would not honor someone. I would. I wouldn't respect someone who doesn't respect me. And this is the part of the conversation where I want to get into it. Of course, I'm thinking about this as like Sam the Christian and then Sammy the Brooklyn-born individual who is what he is. Like, I have what I call my Christian little angel on one shoulder, and that's my flesh and everything else on the other shoulder. I'm for not giving something onto someone who doesn't deserve it. I'm for it. It makes sense to me. Why would I honor a country that doesn't honor me? Why would I respect a country that doesn't respect me? I agree. Makes perfect sense. But then the other side of me is like, life is not all about giving to get, and it sounds like it's out of place because I feel like in general right now in this country, a lot of folks are fighting for a greater good. It's no time to be passive. I agree with you. But at the same time, there's a general level of humanity that's being lost in the process, right? We want equality. We want equal privileges. We want to stop the brutality. We want to stop the abuse. We want to see change, and that is honorable. But how far would you go to get what you want, right? Like, if you're a Christian, you probably know this, but Jesus says, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. In this case, he was talking about money, but the lesson he was trying to teach is that, and the Bible reiterates this point multiple times. The point he's trying to get across is the respect of authority the respect of your country, the respect of the government that you live in, the respect of the legal system there where you are. Respect that. Like, we see everything that Jesus went through when he didn't have to go through that stuff. He still went through it, and he respected it, right? He didn't fight. He didn't fight the court. He was an innocent man. He went along with it. He respected it and just put his trust in his higher power. He put his trust in God. He put his trust in what would happen, and we're called to do that, right? We give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and we give unto God what is God's. So what does that mean? Am I saying stop fighting, stop pushing, stop wanting to see change? No, but at the same time, I don't know if it's wise for us to take matters into our own hands for many reasons. Personally, I feel like we're not the greatest judges of characters. and a lot of the times it's better for the ball to be out of our hands than in our hands. But I feel like when you make a decision like that, you're opening the door to a lot more negativity, a lot more. It's like they say, it's easier to catch bees with honey, right? It's easier to catch bees with honey. And I had thought of a point earlier when I was thinking about this, because I think it spans out more than just honoring the anthem and honoring America. As Christians, you don't see it. Like, as of now, I've only spoken about the Black Lives Matter side of it. But secular, Christian, whatever, a lot of black folk have just been like, I'm just truly tired of it, myself included. We have Christians, many believers, who feel like right now they're living in a country that doesn't honor them, right? I'm not blind to it, right? A lot of Christians right now feel like the way this country is moving, Joe Biden, you guys know how, I know you guys know how Christians feel about Mr. Biden. You think about Kamala Harris, which, by the way, someone sent me an article where, they see Kamala Harris being portrayed as Jezebel, right? And that's just where some of the, not all right, let me be clear. That's just where some of the Christian community is. The Christian community does not feel welcome in this country. And you think about everything that's happening with abortion, with the LGBTQ movement, where a lot of Christians don't even feel safe to be themselves. And I'll be the first one to say, if I don't like being in a train where a male and a female are making out right next to me, makes me uncomfortable, guess what? If it's a male and a male and a female, it's still going to make me uncomfortable. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's homosexual. Everything to do with the fact that it's common decency. Like, you just don't go around making out with whoever, wherever, because you got to be mindful of your surroundings. But then, if I say something, if I move away in that scenario, then I'm homophobic, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, it puts me in a position to fail. It's a lose-lose situation, simply because, you know what? I just don't want to be around two individuals making out. It has nothing to do with you, and everything to do with, like, my peace of mind. Is get a room. The saying exists for a reason, but that's just an example. A lot of Christians just feel like right now you can't even be Christian for Christian's sake, because we're fighting for equality, right? We're fighting for beliefs, but in that same step of belief and equality, we're losing. A lot of Christians are feeling like they're losing that sense of equality and freedom to believe in what you believe in. So then, should Christians honor the anthem? Should Christians honor the national anthem? Well, right now, a lot of Christians can say, hey, America doesn't really honor me. America doesn't believe in what I believe in. Everything that this government wants, starting with our leaders, which are the head, president, vice president, is anti what I want. It's against the things I want to see. So should I honor the national anthem? Should I respect a country or honor a country that doesn't respect or honor me? Right? Now let's move on to the next perspective. Let's think about I'm trying to find a way to be politically correct here. Let's think about the individuals who are secular and no spiritual ties, like, right, secular, but feel like America is taking away their rights, right? We have people who feel like getting rid of, not letting them own guns. People who feel like their rights to riot are being stripped away. People who feel like their freedom is being stripped away from people who don't see the world the way that they see it. Let's look at that group of individuals who rioted into the Capitol, right? Think about that group. Think about that demographic, right? All of those people felt like they were being wronged by their country and decided to take matters into their own hands. I think, let me Google this. I want to get it right. All right, yeah. So Proud Boys, that's the name I was looking for. Let's look at those believers, Proud Boys, right? Not Christian. They don't really fit in. They definitely don't fit into the Black Lives Matter demographic, right? That's another group of individuals who feel like this country is not doing much for them. So much so that they're breaking into the Capitol. If that's not, you can't break into the Capitol one day and go back to singing the national anthem the next day. It makes no sense. Like you're a hypocrite. If you're breaking into the Capitol, you're rioting, we're not gonna take it. You're doing your thing on that side on Monday. You can't just wake up on Tuesday, throw on a game, and just sing along to the national anthem. It doesn't make sense. Like, you're fooling yourself. There's no honor in that. We honor the anthem to honor the country. What's the point of honoring a country when you don't even respect civil rights and laws and your government and all that stuff? You guys see where I'm getting at here? It's a big question that it's not just for one community. Should we honor the anthem? Should we be honoring the national anthem? It seems like there are a lot of folk, every demographic, everybody's got problems with America right now, right? The people of America is America's biggest enemy right now. That's the way it feels. Is a country divided? Everybody's on a different page. Everybody's mad at the situation. No one is actively, well, I don't want to say no one because I'm sure there are folk out there, but there are a lot of folks, a lot of demographics, a lot of people who are just not happy with this country, the way the country's being run, the things that are happening. One group is offended by the rights that another group is getting, which is in turn offending that group. But then there's another group who's offended by that offense. And you try to satisfy one demographic, you hurt the other demographic. The other demographic responds with negativity. That hurts another demographic. So you try to please that demographic, which offends another demographic. And that's just where we are right now. And yet, it seems like the answer that the world is having is to say, well, not the world, America's having is to say, yeah, we're going to force the national anthem down your throats, whether you like it or not, because this is America. And if I'm being honest, I don't like to do this because the trolls are real, but if I'm being honest, I guess I agree. And I agree because at the end of the day, we're choosing to be here, right? We're choosing to live here. We're not in Mexico. We're not in Canada. Not in Europe. We're not anywhere else but here, right? And if the argument for staying here is that this is your country, you love this place, you want to see change, you want to see growth, then we're definitely going about it the wrong way if our answer to see a better America is violence, drama, abuse, negativity. It's just gonna get us nowhere. That doesn't honor your country. That honors you. Doesn't honor your country. That honors you. If you're really trying to change this country, if you're really trying to fight for a better tomorrow for you and yours, for your demographic, whatever it might be, there has to be a right way to do it. There has to be a way where true change can be inspired without the consequences of a mess, without offending another demographic that's gonna then just get the change going. And to be honest with you, in my head, I feel like this traces back to the Civil War. I mean, having slaves is not cool. I'm happy for what they did, obviously, right? I wouldn't last as a slave. I'm gentle. I'm fragile. But since then, it's just been that battle, right? Civil rights movements and fighting for rights, and it hasn't stopped. That wasn't that long ago, right? That was people have great grandparents alive who are living to tell the tales, right? And we're still caught up in the midst of that. Now we just have more causes, right? We're not just fighting for Black lives and freedom. Where we have so many different communities fighting, demanding, wanting all at the same time. I think our response as the people should be, what can we do to provoke real change? But I also think that at some point, the higher ups, government, people in charge, the man, whatever you want to call them, you got to take responsibility for the moment. You have to say, you got to recognize right now this country is, sorry to say, fractured. Right, we're divided, we're broken into different pieces, and instead of working as one, it's like one man for himself, one people for themselves, one demographic for itself. In a point like that, I feel like the damage has been done, and the last thing we should be worrying about is trying to shove the anthem down America's throat, right? Give people a choice. Give people a choice, and respect and honor your nation that way. The people who make your nation, in the way to give them value, give them a say, let them speak. To force a group of individuals to honor an anthem, or else they can't work. Think about that. It's like you're inciting the violence. You're inciting or provoking the negativity that you're bound to receive, because a lot of individuals are not happy about what's going on. And so someone's got to be the bigger man. Or no one can be the bigger man, and we can continue to riot. We can continue to fight. We can continue to blow things up. We can continue to see lives being destroyed and lives being wasted. But should we honor the anthem? TBH, whenever I just start watching after the anthem. So that kind of speaks to where I'm at. I just don't. I never did, to be honest with you. No one's got time for that. I never really cared. I did do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, to the United States of America, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Whoa, that's powerful. You think about the words of that. I'm down with that. I'm down with the words said in that. But you know what? They took that out of schools. No one wanted to be under God, and so no one wanted to be one nation, indivisible. Liberty and justice for all flew out the window, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to say I told you so, but you can definitely see a difference in humanity and how we how we behaved as a people after they took away the Pledge of Allegiance. In schools, at first it was just kind of like, let's just erase the word God from there because it's offending people. And then the whole thing flew out the window. Mind you, and I spoke about this before, this country was founded on Christian beliefs. It's the truth. The Declaration of Independence, all these individuals, yes, slave owners, but you know what? Slavery is all over the Bible. What do you want me to tell you? It's the reality. Slavery was all over the Bible. And the rules of slavery, the way the Bible speaks of slavery, it's not really saying bashing slavery, but how to do slavery right. And that sounds crazy, me saying it, because there shouldn't be a good way to be a slave or to do slavery right. But it is the Bible. You gotta come to peace with that. It's there. You can't deny that, right? These individuals, slave owners and all, they were the ones who said, let's do more. And maybe it was for themselves. I get it. But it's what inspired a country where we can have so many different backgrounds, so many different races, so many different I don't want to say freedom, so many different, ethnicities. So many different people have felt free to just come in and do their thing. And it was because of that perspective. So it's a mess. It's a mess. Maybe the problem is that we have like way too many flavors in one pot and we're messing up the meal. Like, we got too much seasoning and it's messing up the taste. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Should you honor the anthem? That's completely up to you. But to be honest with you, I don't know if you are. I doubt that you are, but feel free to share. Let me know what you guys think. Again, this is not me saying there's a right or wrong way. Please don't hit up the comment section with negativity. You can feel free to express yourself. Just do it in a respectful way. So at the end of the day, we're trying to learn and grow with one another, right? I can only speak from my experiences. You can only speak from your experiences. The moment we try to do more than that, we're guessing, we're assuming, we're not really being honest. So you guys let me know how you're feeling, what you're thinking, and look forward to seeing you guys again. It's another episode of Not Another Christian Podcast. Remember, it's your boy Sam with Vertical Expressions. Do not forget to bless that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace, y'all.